Okay, let's see what happens here then. Every time I want to win a vehicle on the podium, I never get it, and every time I win it, I've already got it. So we've got the Cheetah already, and sorry, typical, absolutely bloody typical. Okay, I suppose I may as well send it on up to the Hillcrest residence there, not much other choice. Oh, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Cheetah Classic, don't you know? Okay, I owned this vehicle for rather a long time, you know, just realised we never put a review out on it after I won it the other day, so we're going to go ahead and do it now. So the Cheetah Classic can be found under the legendary Motorsport website, and it's retailing for $865,000, as you can see there, ladies and gentlemen, and presumably it's based upon the Ferrari Testarossa there. Okay, well, we send it on to Hillcrest, ladies and gentlemen, as we always do, you know, and there we go. Right, so now we've got to head on out, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, head on out the casino with all this, and that's the vehicle that we've won there, ladies and gentlemen. That is in fact the Cheetah Classic. It's rather a beautiful looking car, I'm sure you'll agree, and like I say, clearly based on the Testarossa there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, you know, a fine vehicle from the 1980s, I do believe. I don't get out of my sodding way. We're gonna have to head on out of the casino now, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna make a trip on across to Hillcrest, ladies and gentlemen, and go and take the Cheetah out, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's do it then. Okay, and as it happens, ladies and gentlemen, sat outside waiting for us here, we have in fact got the Grotti Turismo Classic, you know, presumably based on the Ferrari F40. Okay, so the Ferrari F40, ladies and gentlemen, the Ferrari Testarossa, two cars out of the 1980s, I do believe, and certainly much famed for their beauty and high performance, you know, very, very fine cars and much sought after, you know, highly regarded. Okay, well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the Grotti Turismo Classic. We're going to drop it on down now. We're here at the Hillcrest residence. Anyway, what do you think about the Turismo Classic, ladies and gentlemen? It's a very fun. I mean, if you like the F40, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to get it, really, haven't you? You know, it's as simple as that. Okay, it's not going to compete with normal modern day cars, but what do you expect for a classic? Okay, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is the Ferrari Testarossa, or the Grotti Cheetah Classic, don't you know? And as you see, ladies and gentlemen, it's rather stylish car, ladies and gentlemen. It's got sort of there's no question which vehicle it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's a sort of very definite style to it, you know, definitive style in there, and it's very fine in my opinion. Okay, so there we are, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, let's be honest, it looks cooler than a Mexican with a flick knife, doesn't it? So let's just take it on out to the street, ladies and gentlemen, and see how she handles. Now, first things first, it must be pointed out that this is the unupgraded version, you know, and it is also a sports classic, so we can't expect a great deal, ladies and gentlemen, in way of performance. Whoops, this is okay, nearly lost it there. So handling, ladies and gentlemen, coming down these corner shares, you know, it's really not that bad, to be quite frank with you. Sort of lost it at the top end, at the top there, but yes, managing to hold it quite nicely down there. We're going to have a look at top speed as we come off these hills here. Whoops, it is right. Okay, we're getting quite a bit of air. Whoops, it is going to hit the sodding post, and absolutely typical, and rolling all over the place, and like a glove. Right, okay, so here we are. Whoops, watch your way where you are. Well, okay, I'm going to hit all sorts of people. Alright, Jesus Christ, got to get back onto the road. Yes, okay, so stability, ladies and gentlemen, if we get an opportunity, we'll test that out. We're having, there we go. So, right, okay, it is a little bit slippy and slidey there. It is a little bit slippy in terms of traction, but generally speaking, ladies and gentlemen, it's not too bad in terms of handling. Top end speed, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it's not exactly wowing us, you know, it's not that impressive, but it's not slow either, ladies and gentlemen. It's not dawdling, you know. In fact, it is quite flying now. Okay, cornering as we get to the top corner, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, yes, lost traction there, ladies and gentlemen, came spinning off. Okay, well, that sort of thing can happen if you don't handle the vehicle correctly, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now we're bringing it back onto the Maze Bank offices. We're jumping all over the place and recording, and we're going to take it all into the custom auto shop, don't you know. Okay, so the Grotti Cheetah Classic, sports classic, as we say, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We brought it on to the custom auto shop, as we always do at this juncture in the video, don't you know? And we're going to use this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, just to go through some of the more performance-rated modifications, as well as the aesthetic stylings that can be affected to this vehicle. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going through this section of the video at double speed, just in order to hurry things along somewhat, you know, as nobody wants to spend too long sat around in somebody else's custom auto shop watching them modify their vehicle. But like I say, ladies and gentlemen, this section of the video purely serves for any individuals who plan or are thinking about buying the Cheetahs in general. Just give you an opportunity to have a look, as I say, at the different options options that can be sort of affected to your vehicle. Okay, so what can we say about the Grotti Cheetah, ladies and gentlemen? Well, straight off the bat, it's not bad, you know. It's really not bad whatsoever. The acceleration is pretty much where it's there's two areas, I'd say, where it sort of lets itself down. You've got acceleration and traction, you know. But in terms of top end speed and sort of handling as well, ladies and gentlemen, it's really not all that bad, you know. Obviously, you've got the sort of problem with the handling and the traction there. They sort of can combine together to make the rather on the dodgy side. But if you learn to maneuver the vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, learn to accelerate and brake correctly, you can pretty much get around any corner that you like, really, you know. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there are really rather a lot of options as well that can be affected to this vehicle in terms of sort of stylistic elements, you know, affecting the aesthetics of a car there. And so you're sort of getting your money's worth, really, in terms of those, you know. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, I should point out, as we already have done, you know, it is a sports classic, so of course there's no way that a vehicle of this caliber is going to be able to compete with modern day supercars or even the top end sports cars, you know. But that's also point out, not to say in any way that this is you know, a bad vehicle. It is still very, very good, you know, for all the money. Okay, well, we haven't got the paint options, and as anyone who knows this video, that means we're coming to the end of this section of the video, thank God. So we're going to take it back out on the street and see how she handles. Okay, a little bit of rain on the street, ladies and gentlemen, but unfortunately we did do a rerun when it was drier, and that video was so choppy, ladies and gentlemen, we can't possibly use it. Okay, in terms of acceleration, it has been much improved there, ladies and gentlemen. It sort of came flying up there. I mean, not massively impressive, but not really, not too bad at all, really, there. In terms of top-end speed, ladies and gentlemen, well, you can see why they called it the Cheetah, can't you? You know, I mean, it's moving faster than a Cheetah on roller skates with a 12-valve engine rammed up its rear end. Okay, handling, ladies and gentlemen, okay, and it's, how about that? I mean, getting around, it's more responsive than a caffeine-addicted Twitter troll, you know. And we're going to fly on down here, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a look at that top speed, and it really is sort of going now, isn't it? So that top speed has been improved as well, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to try to get around this corner in some sort of good order. And okay, there we go. Okay, so not too bad, ladies and gentlemen. Really, for just being upgraded. Really, it's rather a fine vehicle to drive, you know. Okay, you know, sort of just the acceleration, ladies and gentlemen. It's sort of more lacking than an inner city education, to be quite frank with you. But that's really where the only area where the car's let down. Okay, well, we're going to take it on up to the top speed test track now, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we bring all vehicles that we can where we're particularly interested in, you know. This top speed test track is designed to get the most out of a vehicle, you know. And we're going to see what the Grotti Cheetah Classic can do. Now, just to give you an indication, ladies and gentlemen, something like the Benefactor Krieger can do this in about 50-51, the GTO about 51-52, and something like this Zentorno about 53-54. So let's see what we get. Okay, waiting. Like I say, 53-54 is what we consider competitive, and it's only 55.824, so not too bad, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, you'll agree. It's the best thing to come out of the 1980s since the end of the Cold War, and frankly, it's cooler than a Cossack's nutsack, you know. Okay, so the first vehicle we're bringing out, ladies and gentlemen, we brought on up to Sandy Shores, if you're not aware of that now, and the first vehicle we're going to bring out, ladies and gentlemen, is in fact that Grotti Turismo Classic that we saw at the start of the video. Like I say, based on the Ferrari F40, presumably it was a faster car in real life, ladies and gentlemen, and as it turns out, it is indeed on the game. Okay, so the Grotti Turismo Classic, ladies and gentlemen, can take down the Grotti Cheetah, it would seem. And I should also point out that Mr. Raccoon is driving all of the other vehicles, you know. His name is the Bromby. He has a channel of his own. It is called the Bromby. If you type that into YouTube, you should go find him and do that. He's got some rather good videos on there. Okay, so the next vehicle that we're bringing out, ladies and gentlemen, to put up against the Grotti Turismo, the Grotti Cheetah Classic, I should say, is in fact the Pegassi Infernus Classic. And this is based on the Diablo, I believe it is, ladies and gentlemen. Again, another supercar from the 1980s. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, yes, the Infernus Classic has got in front of us there, ladies and gentlemen. We beat it to the corner, we're getting round. It's got rather heavy handling, ladies and gentlemen, the Infernus Classic, and that's going to put it a good way behind us when we come out of that corner. Okay, so the Grotti Turismo, no, not the Turismo, Jesus Christ, I keep saying that, the Grotti Cheetah Classic, ladies and gentlemen, taking down the Pegassi Infernus Classic, no problem whatsoever. Right, so the next vehicle we're going to bring out, ladies and gentlemen, and now we've gone on for the Fister Comet. You know, this is the Fister Comet Retro, so it's based on the Porsche 911, again from the 1980s, presumably, maybe a late 70s model. I do believe it's a 1980s model there, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to see what happens here. Okay, but like I say, what's sort of letting this vehicle down, ladies and gentlemen, is acceleration. You know, it's sort of slower than a Rockstar loading screen. That's the major problem with this, and there we go. Okay, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, we got to top speed. The Comet was fighting all the way around there. Yes, the Comet Retro, ladies and gentlemen, can indeed take down the Cheetah Classic there. Okay, so the next vehicle we're bringing out is the Benefactor Sterling Gt, as in my opinion, a much earlier era, I do believe, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to put it up against it anyway. Yes, okay, so as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there's really no question there. It is sort of getting in front of there. Like I say, it's not a slow vehicle, this Cheetah Classic, ladies and gentlemen. Really, it is. It's sort of faster than a Frenchman with an English floozy, you know, and just as determined to cross the line. And it's going to looks like it's going to beat the Benefactor Sterling there, wouldn't you say, ladies and gentlemen? But no, actually, it turns out the Benefactor Sterling is going to come alongside us and get in front of us. And yes, there we go. You know, but that's a rotten shame there, ladies and gentlemen. A rotten shame. Okay, so the next vehicle we're going to bring out is the Pegassi Zentorno. You know, that means we're wrapping things up. This is what Mr. Raccoon likes to refer to as Big Daddy Z, and we're gonna go ahead and put it up against the Classic, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, there's not a chance in hell that Cheetah's going to be able to beat it. Okay, so what can we say about this car? You know, well, yes, really, ladies and gentlemen, it's got good top speed. Its acceleration is quite poor. It's a handling, ladies and gentlemen. With the correct amount of braking and acceleration, it will change direction faster than a drugged-up dragonfly, ladies and gentlemen. But with the incorrect amount of braking and steering or acceleration, it will slip out from underneath you like a soapy shower mat. It's as simple as that. Okay, well, there is only one more question now, and the question is the Grotti Italia RS6. That is the question, and the answer is the Grotti Italia RS6 is going to beat the Cheetah Classic into the ground. Okay, so here we go, and Mr. Raccoon there taunting me, ladies and gentlemen, as he so often likes to do nowadays. He's sort of taken to doing this quite a lot, thinks it's funny, you know. I'm not so impressed myself. But he sort of sat there sniggering as he's driving along, sniggering away and pointing at me, you know, sort of laughing and saying, "Go on, you can do it, you can do it." I absolutely know, of course, what he's doing. He's just waiting for this back straight, and then he's going to put his foot down and absolutely humiliate me. And yes, there he goes. Yes, very, very funny, Mr. Raccoon. Very funny indeed. Okay, so what can we say, ladies and gentlemen, about this vehicle in terms of acceleration? I mean, it's more underwhelming than Mozart's Fifth Concerto played by a pack of drunken baboons. But it's the looks, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I mean, it's more stylish than an Italian politician and just as slippery. In terms of top speed, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's, you know, it's going to get you where you're going quicker than a cocaine dealer gets to a Hollywood party. That's by sorry hell, bloody Raccoon. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you very much for watching.